Joined here at Clarence Park by Chippenham Town manager Mike Cook. Mike, bit of a strange game really. I mean, we're probably taking a point at the start of the game, 1-1 draw away from home, but thoroughly dominant for large periods of the game, and in the end they go and snatch it with a refereeing decision for the penalty. Do you want to talk us through that one, mate?
Yeah, I thought when we looked at all the videos and that, and the way that they played against Dorking and Welling, we just felt there was different avenues where we could attack them and get. We knew they're sort of their danger men, and I think the plan worked absolutely perfect today. So that's pleasing from a coaching point of view. But we can't do anything about the refereeing decision for that penalty. The management for them are in banging on his door at half time, arguing and shouting and trying to call him out and all this sort of thing, and then lo and behold he gives them a penalty. So a bit disappointing from that point of view, but all said, I'm really pleased. I think that's the best we've played this season, especially in possession, and we've got some footballers on the park who can play, and we just need them to give them that little bit of confidence to play. But to come down here with the budget that they've got, and they're going to be one of those teams that are striving to get into that league above, and give them the game that we did today, where I believe that we should have won. Even the 3 or 4 chances we had second half were a lot better chances than what they had. So they must be feeling very, very lucky in that changing room today.
Yeah, it's got to be said, Mike. I mean, a lot of the sort of the buzz around the ground was sort of a game that really where the missed chances were quite prevalent in the end. We've had a good opportunity through Harry at the end. We've had a good opportunity with Adam Mann in the first half. We've definitely created better than St Albans today. In the end, it came down to the 2 penalties. Ours, of course, in the first half, it seemed fairly stonewall. Vincent getting down the left-hand side just got bodied on the sideline, and it was another good penalty for Marlon Jackson. We didn't really get a good view from where we were stood. It looked to be a very sort of minimal contact, and like you say, looked to be sort of a leveller really from the referee after Mr Atkinson was banging on the door at half-time.
Yeah, and that's disappointing, but we don't want to dwell on that too much because we're on a little bit of a run at the moment. I'm pleased for the travelling fans that come today, and they've seen all those sort of 14, 15 lads give it a go today, and it was pleasing because of the performance. But the result, we should have won the game. No question, we should have won the game. And when we're sort of looking from the sidelines and we're controlling the game, passing it quite well and looking effective, then gives you good confidence for the future.
Yeah, and obviously, like we've said in previous weeks, I mean, although the season's still very sort of young in its infancy at this moment in time, it is another point on the road. We are still unbeaten and looking like we're in control of games, whereas beforehand I think you and I have both stood in this very same spot at St Albans and bemoaned the lack of chances that we've managed to create, that we've come down there and found it a very, very unhappy place to come and visit. Today we've turned up again right out of the blocks in the first half, big energy, we've got in there and got the early chance, and without meaning to sort of sound too sour and keep dwelling on the point, it didn't look as if St Albans were really going to create too much. We've obviously spoke in the week about your own sort of ideas of keeping St Albans quiet, knowing that Jeffers is the man that's really got to be stopped. I can't remember a chance he's had over the 90 minutes apart from the 12-yard strike, which Will almost put a hand on.
Yeah. No, I agree in that, and we changed formations a couple of times today. That helped us out, I think, especially when Will went off injured, and that was pleasing because we adapted quite well. That's things that we've worked on, with the Thursday night session that we've had. So yeah, overall we're pleased, but I don't know what the results are in the league, but you get that today, those 3 points, and that puts you somewhere near the top, which for a little club like us is absolutely enormous. So we just got to keep going, do what we do best, which is trying every time, tactically be aware, and we'll be okay, I think.
Well, for your own peace of mind, the results around the league were very indifferent today. A couple of big shocks again that are sort of coming round, and it's looking as if it's going to be one of those seasons where there's no real clear out-and-out favourite, so to speak. Dartford are going well, Dorking are starting to find their feet, and haven't had a good game against Ebbsfleet today. I believe they were 2-1 up going into the final few minutes. But enough about them, let's talk about ourselves. Obviously, we did see Will Richards pop off with what seemed to be a muscle injury from where we were stood. He gave it 5 minutes and then sort of unfortunately crumpled in a heap the other side, and he walked off, which I suppose is a really positive sign for you guys. But have you got any sort of early analysis on Will? How do we feel that he's going to be sort of coming back from this one?
No, we don't know, to be honest. I think, over the next sort of 24 hours, 48 hours, we'll get him assessed by Anton, and sort of next time we'll see him Tuesday night. But he's one of those players that we've brought in today. Everybody at the club said, Cookie, you've got to bring him in, he's fantastic. And I'll tell you what, he is fantastic. He's a lovely lad. Mum and Dad must be very proud of him, the way they've brought him up. But he's a footballer, he's a trier, and he's somebody that wears his heart on his sleeve a little bit, and he's been a great addition. I thought Marlon looked good today as well. He's slowly getting fitter and fitter, and he looks good. We had a couple of people, again we had a strong bench today, and that does make a difference. Bit sorry for Griff, because I thought Griff did okay on the Bank Holiday Monday game, but I just felt that we needed a little bit of height today, looking at the videos. So we were proved right in our selection, but just a bit disappointed we just didn't get those 3 points.
And I suppose it's a great thing for us to stand here and say that we've got these options now. I think, with obviously we've touched all through pre-season and obviously in the early starts of the season, wherein that COVID's had a large impact. We've not had large elements of the squad that are available and at our disposal. Again, sort of fans circulating around the ground today, and there are quite a fair few more of them turning up for these kind of fixtures, which is only really a testament to the work being put in. Yeah, a massively strong squad in terms of its depth. We probably could have said, you're probably better to say this than me, but any one of the 5 on the bench today could quite easily have started the game here. Yeah,
and I think it's great to have that competition, and we've not always had that since I've been here. So to get that, and the Saturday game we had last Saturday, I think we made 4 or 5 changes for the Monday. We only needed to make, I think it was 1 change in the end, because Sterney's dislocated his thumb as well, so he was a little bit of a doubt. Adam Mann was a doubt, and then they came through today for us, and I thought they were excellent again. Just got to be a bit careful with Sterney because he's had COVID, and I think it'll be a bit of a while before he gets up to 90 minutes, but we're just sort of cajoling him along and making sure he's okay. And I thought again, he was terrific today. Young Harvey from Forest Green, very, very good, 18-year-old, and it's very, very pleasing, and it's nice and positive for us.
It's good, and obviously heading into next week now, obviously we've got a little bit of a rest period, unlike last week where back-to-back games on Sunday and Monday. You get the lads in training now to prepare for Chelmsford, I believe, at home on the 18th. Another tricky game. I mean, I know we sort of say it every week, but they don't seem to get much easier. Chelmsford have made again a rather indifferent start to the season. They're going to be another club with aspirations of being in that sort of quote unquote mini league that we put ourselves in, really, of teams that are going to be fighting to be in around that sort of between 7 and 10. Do you want to give us a little preview ahead of Chelmsford, Mike?
Yeah, I watched against, I think it was Bath, and the lad Morgan playing up front looked sharp, and they certainly looked a little step up from when we played them last year as well. I think we beat them away from home something like 2-0, I think it was. Brad Ash got a late winner just to consolidate the game, but I think overall, you're probably right. They're in our league, aren't they? They're gonna be one where they're looking at us thinking might get some points from them, and we're definitely looking at them. But we've got a lot of respect, and hopefully, where we are in the league at the moment, we're going to be coming to places like this and getting that little bit of respect off of everybody, because the start we've had, it is thoroughly deserved, I think.
Absolutely, and obviously just in closing, Mike, from all of us here, it's a big attendance inside Clarence Park today. I think 1,034 was given as the official attendance. Seems to be a few more bodies from Chippenham that are making these trips, obviously back in front of the home fans next week. Got to feel sorry for ourselves today a little bit with the result on the road, but it's an unbeaten run of 4 games so far heading into Chelmsford. Got to be in the right position to do it, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely, and I know we don't want to lose games, but if you play like that and you do lose games, then at least fans and supporters can say we're playing attractive football. We're trying to knock it around at times. We do go long as well when it's on to go long. And like I said before, we're always going to rock up and try 100%, but we just need that little bit of quality at times, and we'll be okay, I think.
Good stuff. Well, Mike, we'll let you get on with your I suppose it's normally celebrations at the moment, isn't it? But I suppose it'll just be a quiet, reflective pint in the bar afterwards. But from all of us here, mate, all the very best. It was another fantastic performance on the road, and it's always nice to be coming away feeling hard done by after the years that we've sort of maybe come here and not had so much luck.
Great. No, lovely. Thanks for that, Simon.
Top man. Cheers, Mike.